Good day, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about conflict. And most people know about what conflict is and how conflict intersects and interrupts one's life. But I thought it would be good to talk about the three general natures of conflict. So whether it's in dealing with labor relations, whether it's dealing with interactions with your family, or just interactions within your organization, conflict generally results in three primary areas. In fact, there's three reasons why there's conflict. Conflict of needs, conflicts of emotions, and conflicts of values. First, needs. It's one of the easiest ones. It's also one of the easiest ones to resolve. So a conflict of need is, I need that candy bar, you need that candy bar. There we have a conflict. Both people want the same candy bar. The great thing about a conflict of needs is that you're not often limited, and it's not often something that is more than just material. So if you both want the same candy bar, you can maybe buy another candy bar, or you can split the candy bar between you. You can share it in a way. It may not be 50-50 share, but you can share it in a way. So conflict of needs is often the easiest to resolve. The second is conflict of emotion. Conflict of emotion is a little bit more challenging, and what we mean by conflict of emotion is that an emotion is an outward manifestation of how you feel. If somebody's emotional, you can see it. You'll never hear things like, I'm so emotional, and you really can't tell. It's odd. It's extremely rare. Usually when somebody is emotional, you actually see it. Again, it's that outward manifestation. So when you have a conflict of emotions, it's a second level of conflict, and it's harder to resolve. And it's harder to resolve because when you're emotional, or when you have emotions involved, it affects your ability to think. It affects your ability to think rationally and clearly. And as a result, what you'll see is that it's harder to resolve an issue. It's more difficult to resolve an issue, mainly because it's more difficult to really understand a person's emotion and to figure out how emotion is playing into the part. A good example is when you tell somebody, well, tell me what's wrong. Well, I just feel loved, unloved, insecure, secure. I lack confidence. Those are feelings that are harder to resolve, harder to overcome. So conflict of emotions can be challenging. The third, and the one that rarely results in some kind of agreement, concurrence, is what we call a conflict of values. This is where you value something differently than somebody else. We call these often the core values, and the core values can be things like love or hate, or it could be related to religion or even politics. A value is something that is important to you. That's the best definition that we can give of value. Is it something that's important to you? And if it's important to you, it's not easily something that you're going to bargain away or negotiate away. That's why when we deal, like for instance, in labor relations, needs we can negotiate, even emotions you can negotiate. You can talk to people more, have more meetings, maybe go outside and have a more laid-back conversation. But when you deal with conflict of values, how are you going to value an employee? How are you going to value an employer? How are you going to value what I'm worth? Those are ones that are more difficult to overcome, if not impossible. So the first two, again, you often can through negotiations overcome. The last one is very difficult to do that. So, as always, enjoyed chatting with everybody. Hopefully this gives you a background of conflict as we go to talk about it even more in the future. As always, I look forward to conversing with you all, and I hope you make this day and this week one of the best ever. Take care, everybody.